Okay, everybody, this is super exciting. Funko has finally announced that their limited edition figures are coming back! And now, I guess, technically, we knew about these already, but we got to see some of the actual limited ones that are gonna be happening relatively soon. And so, I think, everybody, we should just jump into this because I've gotta show you what is going on, and we'll also break it down a little bit and how it works. Okay, everybody, we've made it to the website, and at the top of the banner, it says limited edition is coming soon! Once they're gone for good. Learn more about what makes limited edition collectibles so unique, and I guess that's why we're here. So let's actually click on this. Oh, wow. Okay, limited edition. View upcoming drops. Welcome to limited edition. Collectors rejoice. The thrill of the chase returns with limited edition collectibles. It's funny, when it said thrill of chase, I just assumed they were talking about chase figures, but no, like actually trying to get them before they sell out is a chase as well. And if you guys don't know, a couple years ago, I would say like, maybe like 2017 all the way up to like 2020, that would be kind of like when you'd have to go on the Funko shop and be there exactly at the time that it released so you could actually get the figures they were coming out with. It would happen once a week, and I believe that was every Wednesday, and they would sell out within minutes. Anyways, though, continuing here, here's how it works. Limited quantities. We're going back to our roots with limited piece count quantities. Once they're gone for good. Collect them while you can. Fan rewards. Okay, so this is what makes it a little bit different from a regular figure. You need to have a fan rewards account. It says real fans collect first. Fan rewards members get early access, guaranteed purchase access by redeeming fan rewards points, so sign up now to start earning. The good news is for me, everybody, I buy a lot of pops on the website, but if you don't have any fan rewards points, I definitely recommend making an account so that way you can actually get a lot of points for when these figures start to release later this month. Then everybody, it also says new drops monthly. Plan ahead to secure your most coveted collectibles with our limited edition calendar updated monthly with new releases. And we'll go to that in a second. First, I want to talk about the different tiers that they have for these figures. And now the lowest tier is the least exclusive, and that's going to be Supreme, where there is 7,501 all the way up to 9,500. Also, every single one of these tiers is going to have a different colored sticker. So this one here is going to be this blue holographic. Supreme is also going to be $20 and available at select retailers. Then the next color that we have here is Elite, 5,100 to 7,500. That one's going to have a purple holographic sticker and is also $20. The reason I'm telling you the price is because the more limited it gets, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, and I believe that has to do with them making new molds for these characters, and because the molds are the same price, and if there's going to be less of them out there, they have to make it a little bit more expensive to recoup the cost for it. And when it comes to molding a figure, I don't know if you guys know this, but they are really expensive. I believe tens of thousands of dollars just to make a new mold for a specific pop. So that's why it's going to be a little bit more pricey, but the good news is the pricier it gets, the more limited the figure is. So I think it's going to be totally worth it. And anyways, getting into Ultra here, it's going to be 3,501 all the way up to 5,000. This one's going to be a moss green sticker and is going to be $25, just a little bit more. Then we have Royalty, 2,501 all the way up to 3,500. It's going to be a black holographic sticker and is retailing for $30. So as you can see here, it's getting a little bit pricier, but the figure is becoming more and more sought after. And then we have Legendary, which is 1,000 to 2,500, and that one's going to include a pink holographic sticker and is $40. After that, we have Grail, and it's kind of funny because a lot of these, if you guys ever collect the drop sets of figures, are very similar in the names that they're using, which I don't mind because the numbers actually correlate with what the drop sets would be anyways, and the colors that they would go along with when you actually get those limited edition figures. But anyways, everybody, getting into Grail here, this is actually the first one that isn't going to be available anywhere else. It'll just be Funko.com. It's going to be $50, and you'll be able to get it between 500 and 999 pieces, so always under 1,000, which I think is really cool. And then after that, we have Mythic, which is 100 to 499 pieces, and it's going to have this purple holographic sticker. I believe the first one on the list where it's actually going to be kind of like, you know, shiny in a way. These ones here are $60, which is a little bit pricier, but I think it's going to be worth it if you can get a less than 500 piece figure. And then after that, everybody, the highest tier out of all of them, Ultimate. There was only 99 pieces, and they're all gonna be signed. And now I believe what they mean by signed is that it's probably either gonna be done by the voice actor or whoever it is, or maybe it's gonna be hand numbered to let you know what it is out of that 99. It could go either way here. They don't really explain it too much, but it does say includes pop protector and rainbow holographic sticker. Oh, and I didn't mention that, sorry. for the Ultra all the way up to the Ultimate, they have that protector on them, which is super nice of them to include that because it just means that the figure's going to come in a little bit nicer. There's no way they can wreck it unless they slide it in a little funny, but besides that, it should be good. And so anyways, everybody, the only thing with the Ultimate ones here, but because there is less than 100, it totally makes sense on the price point. It's going to be $100 all the way up to $200. But because they are hand numbered, and we've never seen one of these ones before, the lowest we've got is, I believe, 750, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I am really curious to see what they're going to be doing for these super limited figures. Like, it's going to be interesting to find out what ones they choose to be so limited. Oh, and I know that we've been talking about these stickers pretty much the whole time. Well, I actually happen to have one of those stickers on the regular figures that doesn't have the same colors, but it will be the same style. And so I want to show you with this one here, the Tourist Stitch. If you see that sticker, that's what it's going to look like, just different colors. And from what I've seen from some of these limited figures, the number, what it's going to be limited to, is not going to be on the sticker. It's actually going to be printed on the box right below the sticker. There will be like a bit of a notch, and it'll show you what the number is actually going to be. And funny enough, I happen to have one of those as well. You guys can see here the tin toy, which I actually picked up over at WonderCon because WonderCon was the first time they ever did these limited figures. The limited figures with the tiered price point. So you can see this one here was 5,000 pieces, which means it was in the Ultra range, and it was $25, which I believe it actually was when I bought it. And funny enough, now that I'm looking at it, the WonderCon sticker is actually that moss green color, and I don't know if that was on purpose, but it probably was. Oh, and you know how I was talking about how they're all going to come in protectors once they're above that, you know, Ultra level. And with this one here, you can see on the top, it has that brand new protector that actually says that is limited edition, and I love that they're doing this. It just makes it seem a little bit more special because you can't get this protector anywhere. Like, you're not just able to buy this one off of Funko.com. If you do it there, it'll just say Funko or Pop on top. So it really does seem like they're putting a lot of work into this. And now I want to get into this part here, the frequently asked questions, because there is a couple of them here. What is the limited edition program? It says, we're bringing back the thrill of the chase and finding those coveted one-run collectibles. These Pop collectibles have limited piece counts, some of 100 or less, and they won't be restocked. And I think that's the most important part with this entire thing. Once it sells out, it's gonna be gone. And it also looks like, you know how similar to sodas, they would do it so there was the North American number and then the kind of like, I guess, rest of the world number. For example, they would do 5,000 North American ones and then 2,500 somewhere else in the world, which would actually mean it's 7,500 total, and not like that 2,500 is in the 5,000. That doesn't seem like it's gonna be happening because Funko Europe posted the exact same graphic that we talked about today. So it should be, if it says the number on the box, that's all of them. Then it also says here, there are 8 limited edition tiers with many items exclusive to Funko and other shared retailers. So we knew about this when we talked about that a second ago. Then it says, are limited edition products available to anyone? And then they start talking about fan rewards. So of course you have to make a fan rewards account, which I really like because it combats with the bots a lot. If there were just like people able to go on the website and buy this and you didn't actually have to use points to get in early, I feel like they would sell out like that and nobody would be able to get them. So the way that they're doing this seems to really be a great way for actual fans to get this if they want that figure. Then it says, what are the limited edition tiers? We talked about that. How do I purchase limited edition collectibles on Funko.com? We knew that one as well. How do I find out about upcoming drops? The calendar, which I said we'll talk about in a second, because they actually did show off some of the first ones that they're going to be doing, and I am pretty pumped about a couple of them. But now, everybody, it says, how do I get early access to purchase? And this is a good one that we should check out because, of course, you're going to want to know this. Each purchase access requires a fan rewards account and fan rewards points. And if you guys don't know how to get fan rewards points, it's literally just you purchase anything off of Funko.com and you get a couple points for every dollar you spend. I believe it's 10 per dollar. It says here too, you must redeem a specific number of points to access each coordinating limited edition item. You can earn points by subscribing to email notifications, making purchases, and more, which is great. So if you don't want to buy something, you can go on and get free points too. It's not many, but it does help. Now it says here, how do I purchase limited edition ones? I feel like we've been through this one a bunch of times. We know how to do it at this point. But does redeeming my fan rewards points for early purchase access guarantee the limited edition item I want? Actually, you know what? I don't even know the answer to this. It says fan rewards members who redeem points for early purchase access will be able to purchase the limited edition items during this early access period. After the early access window ends, any remaining limited edition items will open to the public. Fan rewards members who do not complete checkout during the early access window must purchase limited edition items during the public sale period, provided the item has not sold out. So what that sounds like to me is that they're going to give you access, and I wonder if they'll only give so many like access entries to the amount that it's actually limited to. So for example, with the tin toy here again, if it's got 5,000 pieces, they'll probably only have 5,000 early access codes available. So if they don't sell all 5,000 of them, that's when it would go to the public sale after. And now, of course, I don't know that for sure, but that's what it sounds like they're talking about. And anyways, the next one here is, can an item sell out after I've redeemed my points? Limited edition items that have smaller piece counts may sell out during the early access window, depending on how many Fan Rewards members are trying to purchase that item. Be sure to gain early access for the best chance of collecting the must-have items. Once these collectibles are sold out, they're gone for good. Okay, so this one here now contradicts kind of what I was saying. Like, I think maybe anybody can get in, but there's going to be less of them, of course, because you are redeeming points. So it's just like an easier chance to get it. Maybe it's not a guarantee. That's what it sounds like here. If I'm not able to purchase a limited edition item after I've received my Fan Rewards points from early purchase access, can I get my points back? No. Okay, that is interesting too. So if you don't get it, you don't get your points back, which I feel like makes sense because it's almost like entering a giveaway. You're not guaranteed. Okay, now this is interesting too. You can't keep getting access entries. It's one per account. It says per person, but it probably means per account. But if you have 2 accounts, you would have to get points on both of them, so that would be kind of annoying. And then what happens if this collectible sells out? Once our limited edition collectibles are gone, they're gone for good. They won't be remade or restocked, which we knew, of course, but this is all super interesting stuff, and I cannot wait to try to actually get into this first entry. And now, let me scroll up here and actually go into the limited edition calendar to see what we've got going on. Okay, everybody, it says, mark your calendar. You've got one chance to collect these limited edition items. Once they're gone for good, so plan accordingly. They've said once they're gone for good about 30 times now, and I really do like that they keep reiterating that. Because if they just kept restocking this figure, it wouldn't have much FOMO. You know what I mean? I want that FOMO back in Funko, and I believe they said that somewhere. I think it was on their Instagram. They're bringing the FOMO back to Funko, and I like that. I know some people might hate it, but you need to have some FOMO for these figures to be actually sought after and exciting to collect. So anyways, let's go down here and check out these upcoming releases. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I already knew about these. I know what they look like. I saw this earlier, but anyways, getting into these ones here, we have the different Funko.com exclusives. Check it out. So, from Demon Slayer, we have Genya, which is really cool. It is the demon form, and it's gonna be metallic, and that one there is limited to 1,200 pieces, and it's coming out on May 9th. It's gonna be $40 as well, because it is, of course, a lot more limited. And then, everybody, the most limited out of all of the ones that we have here is this strawberry shortcake with custard. Now, when it comes to this here, I don't know if it's gonna be scented. I hope it is, because a lot of the other strawberry shortcake ones were scented, and because of how limited it is, that would be amazing. But anyways, this one here is gonna be 1,700 points to actually gain early access to. Oh, and if you're wondering, with the Genya one there, it's 1,200 points because it's a little less limited. And so that's interesting to note. The more limited it is, the more points you're gonna have to use to enter, which I guess makes sense because they probably want, you know, less people flooding the website to try to actually get this. And anyways, because this one's a grail, it's gonna be $50. And then over here we have Mumra, which is honestly an amazing one. I love that it's blacklight. It looks really cool. That one's gonna be on May 23rd, 3,500 pieces and only 500 points to enter. Honestly, some really great stuff. And it tells you exactly what time they drop at too. At the bottom here, it says 9 a.m. PT for all 3 of these. But now hold on, everybody. That's not everything because we still have this one down here, Cinema Roll, which I am also really excited about. Comes out on May 3rd. It's 7,500 pieces. So if you're looking to get something that's limited, you'll probably be able to get this one pretty easy. It's only $20. And you know what's funny? It doesn't say how many points you have to use. So maybe it's just going to be available on Funko.com and you don't actually need the Fan Rewards points for this. That would make sense, I guess, because this number is also available at different retailers, I believe. Like, I think Elite was on the list for ones that you could find in stores. Or at least on different websites. I know it only says Funko.com here, but I'm guessing this number would or could be available other places. Which again, I am pretty excited about. I believe that's also a Cinema Roll cake in his hand there. It's pretty cute. And now, this page does scroll down a little bit more because look at this here. We have some retailer exclusives. One on May 9th and one on May 11th. It's going to be going to Box Lunch as well as Target, and they're both limited, wow, to 9,500 pieces, and then that's it. It's Supreme, which is the easiest one to get. It is also the highest amount that it's going to be, and I'm guessing if it's going to big box stores, it's going to be more on the Supreme side, because it has to go to so many different locations, but every location might only get Who knows? 5, 6? I'm guessing probably 6 though, because that's a case. So anyways, this is really exciting because it doesn't tell you at all what they're gonna be like. I can't click in on this. This is all we can see. And if you're wondering about these ones here too, you can't click in on them. It's just showing what the pops are gonna look like out of box. But everybody, like I mentioned earlier with the tin toy, this is most likely what it's gonna be. Not the one with the WonderCon sticker, maybe a little bit more like the Tourist Stitch sticker, but it's gonna have that limited edition right there, as well as that sticker on the front. And if you guys don't know, it's actually the same technology they use in money, so you can't like copy or make one for yourself. And well, anyways, everybody, there we go. That is pretty much gonna do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed because this is all really exciting news. And also, I wanna hear from you guys. What do you think of the brand new limited edition way of getting pops through the fan rewards? Because I feel like it's pretty cool and it's gonna bring back, like Funko said, the FOMO in Funko. I am excited about it. And even if I can't get half of the figures they put on there, I think it's still gonna be way cooler. Instead of just seeing like, you know, every new figure sitting on shelves, it'll actually be hard to get some of them. But anyways though, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow!